Hi, just replacing the oil and oil filter on this Mazda CX-5 2018. So start by jacking it up. You can jack it up on this sill, the section where you can jack it up. Also put a stand as well, just for safety, just in case. Okay, next step is get under the car. You want to remove this. There's three of them, 1, 2 and 3. Remove these 3 first. Use a plain screwdriver or hook screwdriver. It'll come off like that. So yeah, actually it's just 2. It's that one there and that one there. That's not a part of it. Okay, you also want to remove this and this. It's a Phillips screwdriver. You can either use a Phillips screwdriver to take these 2 off, or an 8mm socket, which is what I'm using. Pull it that way, pull it out this way, the whole thing comes off. Okay, this is really easy, this one is, because to drain the oil is just here and the oil filter is there, which is really convenient, so that makes this job really easy. Okay, this is a 17mm, so I'm going to use a 17mm socket. No, can you pass me the bucket for the oil? That was actually quite loose to undo this. Yes, I got myself a container where the oil will drop into. Once you've loosened it with the socket or spanner, you can do it by hand anyway. Be careful. There's a washer on it as well. Make sure that doesn't come off and drop into the oil as well. You should stay with anyway, if you can see there. So just keep undoing it. When you've undone it with your hand, don't just let go. You can just keep holding it because you don't want the oil. You want to be really fast with it. I'll show you right now. So that looks sort of undone there. So I'm going to quickly move the bolt there. Okay, so while that's getting drained, I'm going to clean this up here, clean the oil off my hand and the bolt, and I'm going to replace the washer anyway. Just about drained. I've already put the new washer on. Put it by hand first, push it in, hand tighten it. Should be able to go all the way in with the hand and then tighten it at the end with the... You can move the bucket out of the way for now. You'll need it in a minute again. Just tighten this. If you tighten it, you don't have to go crazy and tighten it, just tighten it enough. Okay, now to change the oil filter, like I said, it's really convenient, easy to change right there. Now with this, you just try and do it with your hand, it should turn off. If not, you'll need a tool. You'll need one of these sorts of tools, like this, where you put it in and then you tighten it up. And then you have to turn it like that, but I should be able to do it by hand. Make sure you get your, before you do that though, make sure you put your bucket underneath it, because you'll have oil coming out of here. Okay, I was able to do it by hand, I didn't need that tool. Okay, make sure you've still got your bucket underneath, because oil's going to drop in a minute. That's the old oil filter. Here's the new one. Quite a good make, Perflux. Let's have a look at it, make sure the rubber's on there nicely. And also at the same time as well, just make sure the diameter is the same. You know, of this section, same as that, which it is. Just in case they've given you the wrong part or something. You don't really need to do this, but I'm doing it anyway. Just give it a little clean. Put a little oil around the rubber. Here's your new oil filter. Make sure the rubber's sitting properly. Do it by hand all the way. Slowly do it. Should nicely just go by hand all the way, and then you tighten it by hand. You don't have to use any tools, just tighten it by hand. You don't have to go mad with it, but just tighten it as much as you can anyway by hand. So that's tight now, and that's tight. Next thing to do, before you put the cover back underneath, what I do anyway, this is just my experience, I'm going to put the oil in next. Now it's 020 oil in this, or a 530 fully synthetic. I'll be using the 530 fully synthetic. So what I do, I put the oil in, and once I put the oil in, not all of it, I'll put around 4 litres or 4.5 litres. I'll start the car, leave it running for about a minute, and then go under the car again and check the oil filter area and the bung where I've tightened for the drain plug, make sure there's no leak coming from there. So take out the dipstick. So this is measuring 5 litres. I'm going to pour about 4 litre in roughly. So that was about 4 litres. I know it's low, but what I do, I start the car, make sure there's no leak, then I'll fill it up to check with a dipstick. So put the cover back, the engine oil cover. Okay, now I'm going to leave the car running for about a minute, and then I'm going to go under the car with a torch, and I'm going to make sure there's no leak at all. I always do this, this is what I do anyway, this is with my experience over the years. So it's been running for about 2 minutes, so what I do, I get myself a torch, a really good torch, go under the car. Not all the mechanics do this, but I do it, because I always like to make sure. I get the torch, I just make sure there's no leak around the bung, or there's no leak or anywhere around the edge of the oil filter anywhere. Even though I've tightened it, it's just for my own benefit, just so I'm happy with it, if you know what I mean. No leak at all from anywhere, that's it. Now once I've done that, I've checked it, there's no leak, I'm going to put the cover back. Yeah, so turn the car off once you've checked anyway, before you put this cover on. Okay, so then you know what, push the clip in there, and there are those 2 clips. How you do it is just get it like this. See how I do it. Then once that's in like that, then you push this middle in. That's it, and it opens up from inside and it holds it. Same thing with this one here. Went in and you push this. That's it, job done. Now you can lower the car. You pull the dipstick out, clean the dipstick. Make sure you can see it's clean, push it back in. Pull it back. Okay, pull it out, as you can see, it's on the minimum there. So it needs topping up. So we put in approximately 5 litres. That should do it. What we do though is we're going to take it for a road test, and once we've road tested it, come back and we check the oil level one last time, because sometimes it takes time to settle in, if you know what I mean, the oil. So put the dipstick back in, tighten it. So now changing the air filter seems pretty easy. Just unclip it there, here. That's it, the whole thing. Just be careful not to pull that. It just pulls from here. On the side, you can see the air filter there. Pull the air filter out. Yeah, I don't think this has been changed. It's the first service. No, it's not been changed. As you can see, it says Mazda on it there. So yeah, that's the original one from new. You can see it's really dirty. In comparison to the new one, it's clean. I needed 2 hands for that, so I couldn't record it. So you push it in like that, put it in, make sure it sits in properly. Then you can lift both these clips up. There, one there. That's it. So that's done. Fucking police cons. Okay, so now I'm just testing the car. Okay, so now I'm going to reset the service interval light on this car. Okay, what you do, you use this, and then what you just use is this here. You use this, turn left and right to move up and down, scroll up and down. Okay, so you start off by, right now it's on navigation. You start off by pressing home, push home, and it goes to that, communication. Now you go side to side like that to go to whichever one you want. Navigation, computer, application, communication, navigation, settings, communication, entertainment, applications. And then you click on that, and then you go to vehicle status monitor, push that, warning guidance, then you go to maintenance. And you always push this as the enter button. So you turn to scroll up and down, and you push this as the enter, and you enter on maintenance. Okay, scheduled tire rotation oil change. So go on that, oil change, push the enter. Service interval, you want that one, push that, enter. Distance, and then you go down, reset, push again. Are you sure you want to reset oil change? Go there, push again. That's it. Next service, next oil change is due in 6,250 miles, according to them. And that's it. Okay, now to get out of it, just push home again. It goes directly back onto that. So in the beginning, you'd think it'd be settings, but it's not under settings, it's actually under applications. So you click on applications, same thing again, vehicle status monitor, maintenance, and so on, and that's it. And to get out of it all, you just push on home, and it comes out. That's it, it goes to there, and it was on navigation, so for the customer, I'll put it back on then, push enter, and navigation is back. That's it, job done. Thank you very much for watching, please like and subscribe.